Welcome to Midday with Manny.
Hey guys, it's Manny and welcome to the first official episode of Midday with Manny. I got an awesome show for you this week. Mark and Rucka of Mortal Conquest are here talking about how they got started, where they see Mortal Conquest going in the future. And Rucka was a juggalo? Make sure you check back every 2 weeks for new episodes.
Oh my God, play the music!
You are now tuned in to Midday with Manny. This is Midday with Manny.
So we're here with Mark and Rucka, Mortal Conquest. Right from the beginning, how did you guys meet? Like, did you guys meet in high school or you have mutual friends?
4th grade.
No shit.
Mark was a new kid in school. We had gym class. He said, "Do you want to be my friend?" He said, "Yes."
Yeah, it was very, very lame.
Literally what happened.
That's it.
Yeah, that's literally what happened.
And we realized we both played like Dragon Ball Z.
And then that was it. You guys just like nerded out together.
Yeah.
And then when did you guys start rapping? Did you guys start rapping together, or did you like do it separately first?
Nah, I started rapping first when I was like 14, and then Mark got into it because I had a show, which was like my first big show, and I had a hype man. Who we get there, he's like, "Yo, I don't know any of your lyrics." I'm like, "Nigga," and then Mark's like, "I know all of them." So Mark did the show, and like 2 months later, he started rapping.
Where'd you get the name Beast from?
Back in middle school, I used to play basketball, and like I was a beast, so I'd walk around, be like, I'm a beast, and then like when I started rapping, I was just like, all right, it's just natural. I came up with Mortal Conquest too, by the way.
He did.
Did you? Yeah. How did you guys decide to like, yo, we're both tight. Let's come together and do this.
Well, cause like once we both started rapping, it was pretty like natural that was gonna happen. Cause me and Mark literally used to hang out every fucking day. Like we were inseparable. It's not fucking heterosexual like me.
Still sounds gay.
It does sound so gay.
And we were sitting behind the church on Jacob's old street on Oakwood.
High.
Right around the corner, yeah, high as fuck. And we're just thinking of names. And Mark came up with that like man random.
And you were like, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, this is fucking it. How'd you guys meet Jacob? Same thing, 4th grade?
No, I met
Or
Jacob
you
in 2nd grade because we both went to Park City Magnet together.
Alright.
And like we were cool, but we weren't like cool until like 6th, 7th grade. And then we didn't really all start hanging out together until like high school.
Is that when like Mortal Conquest started in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like sophomore year of high school.
something like that. Yeah.
So were you guys always like with the live music with Jacob, or did you guys first do just beats and then evolve into him playing live guitar for you guys?
Yeah, so Jacob was like doing his own thing with guitar. He started like playing guitar around the same time I started rapping. And then he was like doing like jazz bands and shit like that. And we were doing a series of Toad's Play shows to try to get on a Wu-Tang concert. And part of like how they scored you was based on showmanship. So it was just a bunch of fucking rappers playing beats. So like, alright, let's fucking get our best friend who plays guitar in this. And then like it was fucking epic. And the crowd loved us and we were like, alright, you're part of Mortal Conquest now.
So did you get on the Wu-Tang thing?
We got beat by a guy named Bob Swags,
Bob Swags
who proceeded to get booed off 5 minutes into a set.
for Wu-Tang. Do you know what happened to Bob Swags now?
He stopped rapping because we dissed him.
Did you? Oh, that's tight.
You listened to our first mixtape, The Swag's About to Kill Himself.
Oh, yeah.
It's about that guy.
Oh, shit. Wow. What was the first song you guys recorded together? And did you guys like record stuff by yourselves separately before you came together?
I did. I had like 2 or 3 projects out. What the fuck was the first song we did together?
Called was it You're Alone?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
When was that?
Huh?
When was that? Back in high school?
Yeah, that was definitely in high school. Probably like sophomore.
2009, 2010?
Probably like 2010. Yeah.
So you guys been doing this for what? 7 years?
I've been doing this for like 9 years, dude.
But together?
Yeah, yeah.
7 years? That's crazy. How many shows did you guys say you've done already?
Between 150 and 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be up there.
What's the biggest show?
In terms of crowd, probably one of the Rampage shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that Rampage show. It was like 4 years ago. It was like one of those Rampage Rager parties. and it got so crazy. They had what was it, Political Animals were on before you guys, and they had the dude skating up the ramp while he was performing,
yeah, dude.
and then you guys went on, and then for some reason everybody stormed the stage, and there was like 20 of us on the fucking half pipe just going crazy, like all performing to like the one guy who didn't get on the stage with us.
It was probably like the show after that, yeah. Because Deucebug, who was the promoter, had like they didn't have tickets because at that point we couldn't charge for Rampage.
Right.
But he was doing like one of the clicking things for people at the door, and it was over 400.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Wow, that's... So where does Jason come in with everything?
So Jason was like... Jason played volleyball with Jacob's brother, Zach. Jason was like a senior while Zach was a freshman. So they started chilling. Jason was like his volleyball mentor. And then they started like playing fucking like Super Smash Brothers and Magic and shit together. And then we met Jason through them because they would just be hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jason like lost his job, and would just hang out with us. He's like the older degenerate who bought us liquor. And eventually he took like a management role because he would keep us focused while we were doing sessions and drive us to shows and make sure we were on point and stuff like that. So
Make sure Mark didn't wander off drunk.
yeah. So Jason took like a management role just because he was there and the most responsible.
So you guys, when did you guys meet him? Like after you guys were already Mortal Conquest?
Before.
Before?
Yeah, I want to say I met Jason when I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because he's a pedophile.
Yeah, like that. At the basis of it, we're like all friends. It's not like none of it started because of music.
Yeah, you guys
We
decided
were just all
like,
friends.
no, fuck it, let's just do this. It sounds fun. I met Jason when I was like 14 years old because he worked at Hollywood Video, and my dad used to go there all the time. So him and like my dad were friends, and I would walk in there, and he'd always make like, you know, those weird retail jokes to like me and my younger brother, and we didn't really get because we were like 14. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? And it was like, and then like we went to like a party, and he showed up there, and he goes, "Doesn't your dad go to Hollywood Video?" I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? So you guys took like a little hiatus for a while, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why?
So we were doing a lot of shows, to the point where it was like getting detrimental to our personal lives. It was affecting, like, we couldn't work as hard as we needed to make money because we're literally always doing shows and spending the money on shows. And then it got to the point where we're doing fucking like millions of shows for like nobody. We're booking like a show in Massachusetts, going out of our way to spend mad money, book a hotel for the night. There's nobody there. Shit like that. So we all started working, and then at the same time we were having like internal struggles because we were just partying and fucking not really focusing on the music part, focusing on being rock stars. And it kind of imploded, and then I was the person who was like, alright, I'm taking a step back. I need to fucking be a normal person for a few years.
And then when did you come back, when you decided to work on Mark's tape? Was that like the end of the hiatus, and then you guys like...
We like eased into it. Like me and Jacob during the hiatus really like started learning how to make beats and produce, and like I really like put effort into learning the engineer side of it.
Yeah, I remember you always posting stuff about like making trap beats and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's what we were doing at that time, and we were just like honing our craft. Like, you gotta build the foundation back up before you can go. Like we were literally like on an 8-story house with a crumbling foundation.
To just come back bigger and better.
Yeah. So Mark started recording his mixtape, and that kind of like slowly ramped it back up, and then now it's kind of like going in full fucking mode again. Like we're almost there. Once this is out, like we're literally 2 songs away from it being done.
For the Mortal Conquest tape.
No, for his
tape.
Like
Okay.
it's literally like it's 15 songs, 13.
Yeah,
of
from
them.
like everything I've heard that he sent me, and like I've heard on Facebook and stuff, I can't wait for it to come out. That's gonna be really tight. So you're working on your own tape too.
Yeah. Just recorded the first song.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
sent that to
That's
you.
the one you didn't send to me. I've been waiting for it.
Yeah, that's great.
Because it's like, you sent me the other track, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to wait till everybody sends me their emails. And I was like,
They
2
did.
days ago, and
Yo, the
everybody
thing
sent it
is,
to you,
like-
and I still didn't get one.
At my house, my computer is like a fucking shitty laptop. Like, cause we have a studio in our
yeah,
basement.
yeah.
That has a computer, but like my room's in the fucking attic, and I'm fucking lazy. So, I have a shitty laptop in my room that I don't feel like using. So I was just sitting there. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait till I get to a real computer. I haven't made the effort to do that yet. After we're done with this, I'll play it for you, cause you would like it.
Alright, word. I can't wait to hear it.
It's amazing.
So, like, when you guys get on stage, from what I've seen, you guys are completely different people on stage. Like, especially Mark. Like, off stage, you're so quiet and, like, you're not loud. then you get on stage and you're like a mixture of like Flavor Flav and a crack addict. Like you just go so hard,
Those are
like
not mutually exclusive ideas.
like yo, his eyes scare the shit out of me. He goes like into this whole different trance, like your eyes bug out. You go so hard. Why? Like, what happens when you perform?
Well, basically, the real reason that kind of stuff happens is because I sold my soul to the devil.
I knew it.
But but no, I mean, I think it all just depends on, you know. Sometimes I'm really laid back. Sometimes I'm, you know, aggressive, and I think alcohol plays a huge part.
It probably does. It probably does.
Alcohol.
That's probably the glazed look in your eyes. It's like it looks like intensity, but it's sheer drunk.
Yeah,
It's just fucking hammered.
just 100% drunkenness.
Alcohol and marijuana have played a large part of our development as both people and artists.
So when did you guys play your first show, and where was it?
My first show was literally in a fucking garage in Waterbury that someone converted into a venue. No one would book me because I was a shitty fucking rapper. So I booked the show myself. I made like $100 off of it. I was like 15, dude. My mom's fucking driving me to the show.
When you left with $100?
Yeah.
Shitty rapper and everything.
Yeah. And the first show we played together with Mortal Conquest material. I don't even know, dude. Because it just eased into
Was it the
Cause
Webster or no?
No, we didn't have any songs at that point. Because it went from me doing my solo shows, and then now we have a Mortal Conquest song, throw that on the set. And then more, and then eventually it's just Mortal Conquest.
So like before you guys had Mortal Conquest stuff, did you guys each have like solo stuff that you guys would perform together?
No, he pretty much like started rapping as Mortal Conquest. Like,
Yeah.
This is his first solo endeavor.
Yeah, this is my first.
Are you excited about it?
Oh, I'm definitely excited. Can't wait for it to be out because it's kind of like old to me, but it's gonna be new to you guys. So
So it's like you already know, like you're already on to the next thing you're thinking about, but you want
Absolutely.
this to just be out so
Yeah.
everyone can hear it.
yep.
That's crazy. So what's next for Mortal Conquest? Are you guys gonna work on a new tape?
So right now I'm going to be working on my tape. Alright,
Okay.
so it's actually kind of weird. So me and Jacob are working on a tape.
Are we gonna get to hear Jacob rap?
Yes.
All right.
It's like...
That's amazing.
I mean, it sounds so much more complicated than it really is, but it's like avant-garde trap. So
Okay.
it's like deconstructing trap. Like instead of like all the intricacies of trap, it's just like the basic like
Just basic trap.
yeah. Like
Okay.
it'll be apparent when you hear it, but like it's hard to explain. So me and Jacob are like slowly working on that, and then I'm working on my tape.
What's your tape gonna be like? Is it gonna be similar to Mark's, or is there gonna be a whole
It's
different?
completely fucking different. Mark takes rap seriously. Mark is serious about being a rapper. I'm not. I'm not serious about anything. So Mark's tape is called God's Image. Mine is called the Big Lebowski Urban Achiever, or the Little Lebowski Urban Achievers.
So you're gonna have more like joke songs on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas
There's gonna be
yours
some
is
seriousness.
yours is all serious, or you try to like throw some jokes.
For the most part, I want to say it's serious, just because
Okay.
I haven't released anything in that long. So
So you just want to come out and just straight like kick
Yeah.
people in the mouth and like this is beast.
we did have. Well, we have a song recorded. It's like I don't know if you've heard another club song.
I've
So
heard
it's like
that
the
one.
sequel
Yeah,
to
yeah, I've heard
that.
that one.
I was gonna throw that on the mixtape, but they were like that doesn't like fit the vibe of the tape, so I didn't throw that on there. But
You should definitely throw
That
that on
should-
your tape though.
No, that's probably just gonna be a Lucy. Like I think at
Yeah.
one point we're gonna compile, because like even between Fatality and like now we recorded a fuck ton of songs.
Yeah.
That just never got released, or are sitting there with like I have a verse on it and a chorus and there's no like shit like that. So after a while we'll just fucking compile those and throw them into like a here you go faggot like. That's the name of the
So you named your first tape? You named it Fatality.
yeah.
Are you gonna keep like a Mortal Kombat theme going with all yours?
See, the second one was supposed to be called Finish Him, and we had a lot recorded for it at one point, and then like
Jacob.
let's say about 3/5 of the way, that's when we started the hiatus.
Yeah.
And then once we started rolling back into it, Jacob had everything on his hard drive, and it got deleted.
Oh.
I'm talking, dude, so many great fucking songs. Like, great.
Because I remember you guys were promoting it a lot,
Yeah.
and now it's just like
So I think we're just going to skip over that, and, like, because we're probably going to do, like, a mixtape or some type of project before we actually do an album.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we were talking about doing the album in flawless victory.
That's amazing. That's tight. So like, did you guys like when you guys decided on the name Mortal Conquest? Did you guys think Mortal Kombat, or did that just pop up? And you're like, oh, this works.
I think it was like a Freudian slip because we were playing a lot of fucking Mortal Kombat that summer. That's like when the fucking like the new Mortal Kombat had come out for the PS3.
Yeah.
And that's what we were doing that summer. But I don't think it was like intentional. And then people just every time, oh, Mortal Conquest, Mortal Kombat, so it's like obvious.
Because if you Google Mortal Conquest, the only thing that pops up is Mortal Kombat stuff.
Conquest.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shit. But I Googled you guys, and I found like some guy had did a review of Fatality.
Yeah.
And it was
Chad Carson.
Is that who it was? It was like on Tumblr or some of those little like preteen blog websites.
Yeah. That was from a dude there's a site called the fnspot.com. The owner of it is like our fucking boy. Like he's supported me forever. Like when I was a bad rapper, he was like helped me out. Like give me promotion and shit like that. Yeah, he's really fucking cool. So when the tape came out, I asked him if he could have one of his workers review it. He's like, yeah, no problem.
Well, that's cool. That's really cool. So you guys have a lot of connections in the industry.
We know
or
a
at
lot
least
of fucking people.
So have you guys performed with anyone famous?
To anyone famous?
With anyone famous, like opened up for anyone?
Oh yeah. Tech 9, E40, Kendrick Lamar, J Rock.
Did you guys get to meet them?
No.
No. So you guys just opened up and then they're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's funny, on that tour they normally had the local openers mingling with them, but we played at the Webster, which is like the worst fucking venue in the world now, because it used to be awesome.
Where's the Webster?
In Hartford.
Hartford, okay.
The owner / show promoter like literally went missing, and it got bought out by like a large fucking chain venue company, and it was shit now.
And they just like commercialized it. And
like the booking artist there, his name is Rusty. He's a cool guy, but like the company itself fucking sucks. Yeah, we did that. I opened for Busy Bone in Cleveland.
All right.
Like that was fucking dope because I love Bone Thugs and Harmony.
So that must have just been like.
That was dope. I got to give him a handshake.
Yeah.
It's funny, the dudes I was with apparently had met him a bunch of times because they did a bunch of shows with him. So we like walk in the venue for sound check, and he walks up behind us like, "Don't act like you don't know me, nigga." Like he's just Busy Bone. What?
He's like, yo, is this real right now? So did you get to actually talk to him, or you just like shook his hand and stuff?
Shook his hand. Like they were talking to him because they actually kind of had more of a
like a bond in it.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay. But for me, I was just fucking like a 16-year-old kid. Like, oh my god.
This is real. This is so real. So, who made you guys want to rap? Like, what did you hear and you're like, yo, I want to do that?
I'm always wanting to rap. Like, literally, if you talk to my parents, always talk about fucking rapping. Like, my dad's a giant hip-hop head. Literally grew up in Bed-Stuy, like, during the birth of fucking hip-hop. So he, like, put me on that. I always wanted to rap. And then, I mean, like, every fucking kid writes shitty raps.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then when I was, like, 14, what happened was my brother was in jail. And I wrote a song about that. And then I released a shitty little EP, recorded on like a laptop microphone. And then my mom bought me like a recording package. Like, if you're gonna be serious, at least be a little serious about it. And that's when I started learning how to engineer. And like I learned how to do Photoshop, just because I'm cheap. I don't want to pay anybody. So it came from that. But like, if there was like one specific person who made me want to rap, it would probably be Eminem. It sounds pretty cheesy, but.
Well, I mean, he was.
And like I was a hardcore
like
juggalo at that time, so like every fucking juggalo was a rapper. Like hardcore, dude. I used to like everything I wore was ICP. I would paint my face I went to every show in the area. Like my mom spent guap.
So like, you legit painted your face. Like, which one was your favorite? Who was your favorite member of ICP?
Neither.
So you just like what, the atmosphere of like being a
I was
juggalo?
like a fucking weird kid. Like I was an odd kid.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being weird and then I'm gonna be a juggalo.
Nah, but like, alright, so I was just a fucking loner. Like, I mean, I had friends and shit like that, but for the most part, I was just a fucking loner. And then, like, I latched onto this culture where, like, shit like that is promoted. Not promoted, but, like, that's awesome. Like,
accepted.
So, like, hey, you're weird. It's like, bro, you're weird. That's fucking great. So, like, when you're 13, that is the shit.
Yeah, to, like, feel accepted by these strangers. You're like, yo.
That's like a common theme if you hear people talk about it. That is a common thing. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, there's literally, like, no judgment. You go and there's fucking crackheads and whores and college-educated people and fucking black dudes and white dudes.
They put the makeup on and it's all...
Yeah. And they fucking throw soda at you, you get drunk, and
that's so weird that they throw soda at you.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Like, that's really weird. What about you, Mark?
Douse you.
what made me wanna?
What made you want to rap? Who did you hear and you're like, yo, I can do this, or I can be better than this?
Well, what I was doing, I was playing a lot of guitar, and then when I started, we're going maybe like high school era, when I started being his hype man, I mean, it just kind of made sense. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to have my own lyrics.
So
and
Rucka
shit
got
like
you into
that.
rap.
No, he definitely didn't. My uncle was a huge hip hop head, so I think from like, you know, the DMX's, Tupac, and, you know, Big, and bunch of the classic, you know, guys, you know, Nas, definitely say Eminem too, Dr. Dre, you know,
Do you ever feel like
all that good shit from like the 90s, you know.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like, since you're a white rapper, there's always that ceiling? Someone's gonna be like, oh, you're good, but you know, there's always gonna be Eminem. And it's like that ceiling that you feel like you hit as a white rapper.
I don't feel like it's necessarily a ceiling, but I think it is kind of annoying when I tell people I rap and they're like, oh,
Like Eminem.
are you like Eminem? You know, and it's like, no, I'm like me.
It's like, it's one of those things where it's like he was so good, he put like such a stigma on being a white rapper. It's
Yeah.
like every white rapper after him is gonna get compared to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do to be different?
I mean, I just try to really make my own style and not try to, you know, copy what someone else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people, they may idolize one artist and then try to do exactly what they do, whereas I listen to a lot of different artists, and then I mean, yeah, I definitely get influences here and here, but I try to make it my, you know, my own sound, my own style, rather than just trying to bite off something that someone else has.
Yeah, because like, it's just one of those things where it's like every time, like you see a new white rapper come out, they're like, oh, you know, he's the new Eminem, or he wants to be like Eminem, and it's like, it's not fair, because like, you know, you don't hear, it's different because you don't hear with black rappers, oh, you know, he's Tupac, or he's trying to be like Biggie or something. It's just like, what do you guys think about the state of hip hop right now? Like, as far as like mainstream hip hop with like people like Future and Designer and all that stuff.
So I have two feelings about that. From an objective standpoint, a lot of these people aren't good. Like, they don't follow like what hip hop should be or what it was in the well-defined styles. So I mean, that is like something like, obviously, like we talked about this on the fucking way back from Lake today. Like, obviously, Gucci Mane is not a good rapper from an objective standpoint. However, I fucking love it. Like, I love it
Because like, it's one of those things where like, it's so bad, it's fantastic.
Like, he listens to a lot of like hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, to talk about lyricism, I listen to fucking Future, Chief Keef, Gucci Mane. Like, I was more excited about Gucci Mane's new album than like any other thing ever.
I didn't even know Gucci Mane was still coming out with shit. Wasn't he like in jail and he came out?
Recorded an album in 7 days.
So who are you listening to right now, Mark?
Right now, I mean, current, I like, you know, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, TDE guys, Slaughterhouse, so, you know, all the members, individual shit. I mean, I do like some of the, you know, some of the pop and music that's on the radio, but at the same time, I feel like there's not a lot of substance, and it's really just there to, you know, have something to drive to, whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't hate on those guys. They're getting their money, doing what they want to do, but it's just, I mean, that's not how I want to make music. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make something just because it's catchy and not really have any kind of substance, and then, you know, not to say that I haven't made songs for the purpose of them being catchy, but at the same time, I feel like you have to have a balance, and a lot of these guys are just one-dimensional.
I feel like that's what you guys do to each other, because it's like you model your style of rap after people like, you know, J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, the way they like lyricize and stuff.
Like
you try and be more lyrical with your stuff.
Yeah, I try to keep it lyrical for the most part, because, you know, I don't want to be one of those rappers where
you have one like crazy song that's on the radio and then you're gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to like look at my lyrics and be like, oh, this guy is not saying anything.
Yeah, like I think that's my biggest problem. Like half the rap that I hear like on the radio or on TV, like I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Love it.
Like at all. Like I watched a video someone posted on Facebook of Designer reading his lyrics, and I was like, "Yo, is that really what he fucking said in this song?" Like, it was so nonsense. And then it got to the point where he's reading the lyrics, and then I just stopped understanding what he was saying.
See, but like Designer's like a second generation of this shit. Like Future, like, so I'm like more interested in like culture and aesthetic of music than the actual substance of the music itself. So like Future came from like a scene where like you're fucking drugged out and you're literally doing the shit you're talking about, and like he sounds like that because this nigga's fucked up. Like, I don't know, adds like this like element to it where Designer like copied that. So like I could bump to Panda, but I respect Future way more than Designer because it came from a place of authenticity.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie, but the first time I heard Panda, I thought it was Future.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea who the fuck it was.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like biting is biting. It's always happened to rap. It's always gonna happen. But that is like.
Like, that was just blatant.
And now, like, kids, what gets me, and I'm finally shifting in the thing, because I always hate it when people are like, oh, I hate bad rap, like, it's all about the old school hit, like, I hate people who are like that. But, like, kids now don't thrive on authenticity or originality at all.
Yeah, everything's, like, reboots and remakes.
Not even that, like, we're gonna do that, make it your own, like, I like fucking how ASAP came out and did the whole 90s clothing thing, yeah, like, that was dope, but, like, he, like, blatantly bit someone's style, and then people are like, oh, originality is not cool. Like, I don't know, shit like that is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I've only ever heard Panda from him, and then that
pretty much what he has.
BET Cypher thing, that Timmy Turner.
Like, literally,
thing.
until he released his album recently, those were literally the only two.
And all I knew what he said in that was Timmy Turner. After that, I had no idea what he said. And I was like, oh, alright. But then everybody, like, loved that.
That shit's hype. And again, like, I like the hype music, but for me, it has to come from a place of, like,
authenticity.
Yeah.
Like, if you're rapping about it, like, at least have done it, know someone who did it, or have experienced it.
Or be dope about it. Like, if you're going to take Future style, make it into something else. Don't literally do something that Future can do.
Don't just be Little Future.
Yeah. Anybody can fucking do that. I can go fucking drink some codeine and put auto-tune on and do it. But, like, that's not... No, this is a fucking...
Is that a preview of your next tape?
I get ignorant like that sometimes. Like, and sometimes you gotta do that, but, like, I wouldn't ever build my career upon that. Like, even, like, Marco say he hates me all the time for music I listen to. When it actually comes from me to make the music, I understand the distinction that needs to be drawn. And I'll make dope shit, like...
So, like, after Mortal Conquest is reached its peak of, you know, whatever you guys want to do, what do you want to have left, like, imprinted on hip-hop from you guys?
Us? I don't think this is a general message. I just want people to have, like, known we did it well. And I want them to have paid me enough where I could sit on a fucking ranch and trip acid all day.
What are you gonna have, like, animals on your ranch, or is it just gonna be a big plot of land?
Pet llamas and fucking sloths and shit. Like, I want
Sloth and llama?
A pet sloth, I'm not joking, is my life goal. It is a very, very expensive thing. It is my life goal.
Have you seen what is that? I think it's like a BuzzFeed video or something where, like, people are high as shit and they, like, close their eyes and they open it and there's a sloth and they're like,
I would cry.
And they're, like, crying. The one girl, like, breaks down in tears. Like, it's a
I would do
fucking
that.
sloth.
You don't understand how much I fucking want a sloth, dude. They're like the coolest fucking animals. It's like, they're like me. They're fucking chill. They're like, whatever, man. Like, I got this crazy comb over. Like, I want to fucking name it Pinky. It's going to have cornrows and it's going to smoke weed.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna get all those.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do any of
Oh.
that. Like, the last two definitely sound illegal.
Oh, they definitely are.
Like,
Definitely want to violate, like, the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, no cornrows for the sloth.
that's fucked. Do you guys ever, like, go somewhere and people are like, oh, aren't you Rucka from Mortal Conquest? Or aren't you Mark from Mortal Conquest?
Occasionally.
Like, the first time that happened, was it like, oh shit?
First time it happened was a little fucking kid in the mall who had no idea how we fucking knew who I was. Like, cause when I started out rapping, I made violent music. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble. Like, we literally had a song, like, the first EP we sold had a song about school shooting, and we were selling it to our teachers.
Yeah, apparently they don't listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
But we were. It wasn't like we're about to go shoot up the school. It was like.
It was like a social
It was like
commentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like a little fucking kid in the mall. He's like, "Oh my god, you're Rucka. I know your music." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, your parents are bad parents. You shouldn't listen to music." Dude, I feel sorry. And then, like, the coolest time that's ever happened to me was when I first moved up to Hamden. I'm in the fucking, like, there's like an Indian corner store by my house. I'm just chilling in there. buying a Dutch. So dude's like, yo, niggas don't even know we got rap royalty in the motherfucking house. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to buy a Dutch. Like, he's got our work. And he's like, yo, niggas gotta know. Like, the whole time, just like, in retrospect, it was cool at the time. I'm like, bro, I don't like...
Looking back at it now, you're like, damn, that was
like,
tight.
I have fucking anxiety. I don't like attention in fucking public places. Like...
So it's crazy. So if you have anxiety, like, and you chose to be a rapper where you're going to be on stage in front of people, like...
That's why I do it.
To get over it?
Because you have to get over it.
Has it helped?
Yeah. Well, kind of. Like, I still have moments and shit like that.
But like, when you're on stage,
it goes
gone.
away. It goes away. Because it's either, like, I could lock up and have stage fright, which you look like a bitch, or you literally just push through it. And
push through it, take your shirt off,
and that's why you see, like, that's why, like, you see, like, I'm calm, we're chilling, but there's, like, it's almost like a persona. You just get super fucking hyped to the point where you don't have to worry about it, and it just, like, goes away.
So it's like, off stage, you're Mikey.
Yeah.
And then on stage, you become Rucka.
I get a Rucka.
And Rucka's just, like, rambunctious, over the top, in your face, shouting out drunk white bitches in the crowd, taking your shirt off.
Like, I would never, ever do that sober. Like, I'm the most awkward fucking person talking to girls ever. I would never do any of the shit I do on stage. And then...
But on stage, it's like, it's not you, so do whatever you want.
Exactly.
And the same thing goes with you, because, like, off stage, you're just Mark, you're just, like, super chill, and then you get on stage and you get that crazy drunk look in your eye, and you just start spitting hellfire at people. And it's, like, bananas. Yeah, you get the eye of the tiger, and you just go hard on everything.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know... Sometimes I'm quiet. Sometimes I like to do hood rat things
Mark's
with my
probably
friends.
the loudest one out of all of us. It just doesn't come out all the time.
Yeah.
It's like every time I've ever seen Mark, it's usually because, like, you're working or something.
Yeah.
But, like, I'll see you and you're, like, super chill, super polite, and then you get up on stage and I'm like, yo, Mark, you're like, shut up, bitch! And I'm like, oh, fuck, like, where'd this guy come from?
You just gotta do it. Even Jacob, I don't know, like, the whole fucking persona of him on stage with the guitar being a badass.
Yo, when he has that guitar in his hand, he's like a whole different person. It's like legit, like 80s rock star royalty just jumped on stage. If he had long hair, the world would end.
It's amazing, dude.
Like,
I fucking love it.
Like, you guys should have an intro of just him playing guitar. Like, that's it. Just him ripping a solo for at least a minute to open up a track.
Well, I want, eventually, once we have, like, a light show and all that shit, I want to open shows with Jacob doing, like, the Star Spangled Banner. Just, like, killing it.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
That'd be real tight. What's your favorite show that you guys have performed? Like, absolute favorite.
So, the show you're talking about, where we had the skaters coming up?
That was tight.
Alright. So, we had another show the night before at a place called the Amity Teen Center in Woodbridge.
That's where, it's by, like, Sam Ash and all that stuff?
Yeah, right there. We had played there a few times, and it was never, like, anything big, so we're like, fuck, we have this giant show in the morning. Go up there, get this shit done with, that's that. Go up there, dude, the fucking place is packed with scene kids. Like, packed. And they went ape shit to our music. Like, ape shit. Like, they went fucking bananas. Like, literally, like, 50 buck wild teenagers going fucking nuts. We did, like, a 25-minute set, so it was, like, a long set, and they went sick the whole fucking time. Like, normally, you'll get, like, a few good songs of the crowd, but, like, the entire fucking thing. Like, we went off stage, they're fucking, like, screaming. We used to have, like, people chant our fucking name. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Like, they did that for, like, a good, like, 5 minutes. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. I never made it up to those shows because they were always so fucking
That's what I'm saying. It's like a random thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know, like, especially, like, I didn't want to go to a place called Amity, like, at all. Because, like, that's not happening.
We wouldn't even promote those shows because we're like, who the fuck wants to come
all the way up to Amity? Like.
Yeah. But, nah, it was fucking dope.
And were you guys the only guys performing there, or was it like Rampage where there was like a slew of people?
There was a bunch of people, but we were the only rappers. Everybody else was literally like fucking hardcore bands.
Isn't that what it was like at Rampage? Wasn't there like that one show where it was like the opening acts were like death metal,
Yeah.
and like then it was screamo, and then you guys went on, and then
Bizarre went on.
Bizarre, was it Bizarre?
Yeah.
Bizarre was there, and then yeah, that's crazy. Do you guys still do Rampage shows?
We plan on doing one in the future. Rampage shows have gotten quite large since we started doing them. Like, when we started doing it, it was super informal.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's like my type of party. I like skeevy shit. They're like 14-year-olds playing fucking beer pong. And fucking he's like, oh, find a PA and go on stage whenever the fuck you want. And now it's like, oh, you gotta rent a cop. You have to have fucking a game plan. You have to, like...
Because I remember the last show you guys had there I didn't go to.
Yeah.
But Mark had told me, he's like, yeah, come through, come see us. So, like, all right. And I pull up and I walk in through the store and I'm going to the stage and this guy puts his hand on my chest. He's like, "You gotta stop." I was like, "All right, what's up?" He goes, "I need $25 before you can go in there." I was like, $25 for what? He's like, "For the show." I was like, "I'm not staying for the show. I'm just going to see my boys." He's like, "Nah, $25 or you can't get in." I'm like, "All right, dude."
Yeah,
I was like, "That's crazy."
I don't like bougie shit like that, and that's not a representation of Dave, like the owner, because he's a fucking cool guy.
Yeah, because
I
like,
love him.
If you guys like, if it was a legit concert hall, like something like Webster or Oakdale or something like that, or even like, you know, where'd you got Murphy's or Two Boots or something, where you pay cover to get in. But this is like a skate park, and I wasn't even going to the show. I just wanted to go say what's up to my boys, and the dude was like super rude, super distasteful about it. He's like, "No, you can't come in unless you give me 25 bones."
Yeah, that was like my favorite part about Rampage. It's like, because I've always been a broke fuck, so it's like being able to go to a show where you know there's gonna be a lot of fucking people, you're gonna have a good night for free. It's like a great thing to be able to offer to people.
And it was cool because you guys would be performing, going like crazy inside, and then you'd walk outside to get some air, and then there's like kids ripping the half pipe, kids skating around, riding BMX bikes, and it was tight. And all you needed was to walk in and grab a wristband.
That's all.
But like now it's like,
and I understand, because basically what happened was shows got so big that the police and fire department got involved.
Yeah. So you got to pay them and all that
stuff.
stuff.
He had to get rezoned as a concert venue.
Yeah.
He had to like move certain shit around the shop where it wasn't a hazard. And again, I understand from a business standpoint because he makes way more money on like the fucking Lil Durk shows than he ever did from us.
Yeah.
But it's just not the same. Eventually we're gonna do it, and I hope to do it in the same vein where we can put up all the money and have it so we can get a bunch of people there for free.
Yeah,
Don't have
definitely.
to worry about it.
Because like those shows were great. They were like, they had that really like awesome like intimate show feel, but then at the same time it was just like over the top. It was so loud. Like I used to go home with like fucking faded drunk, couldn't hear shit out of my right ear. I had Rucka sweat on my like side of my face and shit.
Those were fucking good times, dude. We had some great times at Rampage. And that started off randomly. It's like our boy hit us up like, "Yo, they need a fucking act for the show." They said no rap, but hit him up. I literally called the dude, had a conversation with him. It's like, "You seem cool. I got you." Went down there, bands played, and then they took the PA. He's like, "You need a PA." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We don't have a PA." So what are we gonna do? I don't fucking know, bro. Like so nonchalant about it, and we ended up like finding a PA. In the middle of the night on like a Saturday, and fucking you guys were there, I believe.
I think we were.
Yeah, and it was
definitely,
like a random fucking show, and it was great.
I think we went to every single Rampage show. We saw you at Two Boots. The only Rampage show I didn't go to was the one. It was like, I think it was super early though. It was weird because you guys normally play at like 9, 10 o'clock, but this one was like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
And I had just got out of work, and I was like, "Yo, I can't stay. I'm exhausted."
Even that, like I got there straight from work. We played and left.
Yeah, it was like I would have loved to stay, but I was so tired, like, and fucking sweaty and just nasty, and I was like, I can't go and give you guys 100%.
Yeah.
You know, I can't flirt with Rucka with my eyes from the floor. Because I'm tired, you know.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to. We like, or actually I shouldn't say we, because I drag Mark into doing shit. But I like doing like spontaneous, random skeevy shit. Like, I don't know, where I think you get a better feel out of it than a generic fucking concert where it's like
it's
set
like
times,
little pop up shows.
Yeah,
You guys just
they're
like
funner. Like you have a fucking good time instead of like it being like. Certain shows are like a fucking job, dude. You get there and you got to get there at a certain time. You got to sound check. You got to worry about all this shit. You got to make sure everything's perfect. Like it's a fucking job. And then shows like that are like, I'm drinking a 40 and popping a Molly and
then jumping on stage and going. And then
dude, like one of those shows, I literally the entire time I was spent not focusing on not dying. I was so fucked up, and every time I would go hard, it was like, fucking like my vision's fading. And
so how's it now that like, you know, you guys are making music again, and then AR's in Florida? Do you guys still like collab with him from time to time? Does he like send you guys snippets and stuff, and you guys send him snippets and all that?
He's on Mark's new album or mixtape, and we're both on his upcoming mixtape.
So how's that work? Are you mixing his stuff, or does he have someone else in Florida doing it?
He has a mixing engineer. I'm going to be mastering it for him, which is like mastering. It's just making sure there's a consistent sound throughout the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're still like, that's one of my fucking best friends. That's like a brother.
How did you guys meet him? Was he like another grade school friend, or he just like popped up when you guys got older?
We had a boy named Giovanni who we met. Like we knew him in elementary school. And one day he's like, yo, there's this nigga named AR. He's a dope ass rapper at Central. And at this point, like we're in our heads, like we're the only rappers in Central.
You guys went to Central, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we met him one day, and we're like sitting there like freestyling and bullshit, and he was cool. And then we did a song, and then we were talking, and we ended up doing a Toad's Play show, and he performed with us. He's like, yo, never even like really performed before, and now you guys just put me on a Toad's Play show. So he like had a lot of respect from us from that. And we just hung out, and like ended up being fucking boys. Like he's a
Yeah, I
really
remember
fucking
when I met
good
him,
person.
he was like super nice, super like.
He was like a really fucking good guy.
Yeah, he's just like the most down to earth, like realist dude.
And he's like one of my favorite rappers. Like he's
He's
fucking
incredible.
spit.
He's really good. Like I remember when I first met him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a rapper." I'm like, "You're a rapper?" And like I heard his stuff, and I'm like, "What?"
Like
the
his new shit is
fuck?
definitely like
Yeah.
Like I think me and Mark are really good rappers, and I think we have the potential to get there. But in my opinion, AR is like fucking there.
Do you want to get there?
It'd be fun. I want to get there the right way. I don't want to fucking blow up off one song and then die out. I want to like
Release an album and
create
they're
like a
like,
legacy,
"This
be
is
a fucking
incredible."
good artist, like not be fucking like have some substance. Again, I just want to make enough money to sit on a fucking ranch and trip acid with my sloth.
What about you? Want a ranch?
I don't know. I just want a lot of money.
Mark's gonna end up like buying a fucking mansion and like dying from injecting fucking stripper glitter in his dick.
Stripper glitter. What the fuck?
He's gonna drink melted like gold. Like that's the goal
I'm
right
trying
there.
to inject gold in my dick because I'm balling like that.
Gold as a mixer.
He takes a shot of whiskey, chase it with gold.
That would taste awful.
It probably would taste terrible, man. Just. I knew it was gonna get to the point where we just start getting ridiculous. But it's like, from what I've noticed, like you guys like completely change the mold of like what a rapper is. Because it's like, if you hear like rappers give interviews and stuff, like they don't sound very smart.
No.
Like they sound like straight dumbasses. But like, you guys are like really smart guys. Like, it's actually it's like. I don't know if it's gonna come off itself, but it's like really surprising like how smart you guys are, like being rappers and stuff. Because like when you hear a rapper, you don't expect them to sit there and just bust out this like vocabulary of like an undergrad at Harvard, like you do. And it's just like sometimes you'll say words, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like we'll be talking on Facebook, and you send me a message, and half the time I'm like fucking have the dictionary open, I'm typing in these words, trying to figure out what the hell they mean.
Annotating Facebook messages.
Yeah, like it's just. So it's like, does that help you with your writing? Like, because you have such a vast vocabulary, you can use different words that otherwise wouldn't get used?
He does that. I give him that. Mark's easily the better rapper. Like he actually, like I said, he focuses on rapping. I just rap. But that came from the fact that in our friend group, we pride ourselves on being smart. Like, we'll have an argument about something, and instead of that being that, like we'll go home and fucking research that shit. And then come back and be able to own you with fucking facts, sources, and fucking like.
Come with a straight works cited
like,
page, like easy
so we
to
just always
shit
do like
out
that.
of
Like,
it.
you hear the
Kinda.
conversations we have, it's ridiculous. It's like
Comes from-
smart babbling.
Wanting to be educated trolls.
Yeah.
That's the best
Like, when
way
you're-
to
when
be.
you're
It's
trolling,
one thing
you
to
gotta-
tell a person to go fuck yourself, and then it's another thing to tell them to go fuck himself in a way that's going to take a week for them to realize you told them to go fuck themselves.
It's like they're gonna be sitting there having breakfast one day, like, God damn it!
My grandfather always told me that, and I was like, that's the stupidest thing ever. And then, like, as I grew up, it's like, he's on to something.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like, so you guys like just pride yourselves on your intelligence
yeah,
and
I like being smart. I like learning things. I like one of my favorite fucking pastimes, sitting there on the internet and learning.
you're just like, I know I do it all the time. Like I'll go on the internet and I'll Wikipedia one thing, and I'm reading it, and all of a sudden there's like a link. I click that link. Next thing I know, I'm like 30 pages deep on Wikipedia about like the history of like a turkey in Guam or some shit, and I'm just like just trying to learn about it. Yeah, it always leads back to one random thing, or like you go on Wikipedia, and you're like you look up one thing, and you're like, I'm gonna see if I can get from this page to this other thing, and just like keep clicking stuff until you get to where you want to get.
I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. Like, and I don't know. We don't have like a traditional education. Like, we graduated from Magnet High School, which is pretty cool. But like, none of us really like. Jacob did a semester in fucking college. That's it. Like, I dropped out in a semester. He dropped out. But yeah, we all pride ourselves on just having like a general knowledge. Because it's not like I don't like people who have no substance in life.
Yeah.
Like,
Because it's cool that you guys have like the street smarts, and also the book smarts to back it up.
that's how you have to be as a person. Like, that's how you succeed at.
Because it's like most people don't see it that way. They just have like, oh yeah, like I grew up in the streets. I know how to live on the streets. But it's like when it comes down to it, it's like you don't really know shit.
Yeah, there's
like,
no use in being a hood nigga because I mean you can only sell weed for so long.
Yeah, before you gotta like figure out a business plan and get up to crack.
Yeah, and like there's no fucking. I mean, there is obviously because you can get far in life, but it's not fulfilling as a person to only have book smarts because you don't have a like a social standpoint.
Yeah, because what I've noticed, most people who are strictly book smart are like super socially awkward and have absolutely no common sense.
Yeah, like because they don't have any experience. Like I think it's fun learning shit, but I also think it's fun learning about people and learning the different types of people and how people are different. That's like a very important part of life that a lot of people overlook because they think it's so obvious.
So what's like your favorite thing to learn about? Like what's something that if someone starts talking to you about, you just like, you're done, you don't want to talk, you just listen?
If they're passionate about something, like, you could be fucking about fucking scat porn, but if you know your shit, like, I'm gonna sit there and listen.
Like, if you know, like, well, this is like, when you eat this, it makes it liquid, so it's more of a pop. And it's like, if you eat this, it's going to be hard to film because you're going to be constipated for a couple days, we got to give you suppository and all that stuff.
Yeah, like, stupidity is such a fucking prevalent thing in society today.
You see, like, you bust out words like that, and I got to Google it later. So I don't look like an idiot when this comes out.
Well, yeah, it's like everybody fucking prides themselves, especially from our generation. Our generation shot, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God. Our. Oh God damn
like,
it.
Yeah. So if you can like rise above that, and like do something, be a person of substance. That's like, I hate people who have nothing to offer.
My favorite thing about you is. There was like a status that you posted that ended up becoming like a meme or something.
Yeah.
About like your friend going to jail and someone's like, say it in English, and then you just whipped out this fully like eloquent, perfect English version of it.
Still
and
with,
I died.
still with errors in it.
Yeah.
It's like, that was a horrible sentence. Like grammatically, that was a horrible sentence.
Like I read it.
There's a lot of big words though.
And he was like, damn, yo, it's so sad that my nigga's being locked up. And you were like, yo, it saddens me that one of my comrades has been incarcerated. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Dude, that still goes around too. Like that. First of all, I wish I could be as famous as that meme is. And second of all, that's like the biggest like indicator of me. Might be fun.
Yo,
I like doing shit like this.
This is great. Like, I couldn't figure out how I wanted to do this. Like, because I've been wanting to do this for like, I want to say like a year and a half.
Yeah.
But it was like, I couldn't figure out how to do it because everybody had a podcast. Everybody was doing this. Everybody was doing that. And it's like, what can I do that's different? And then I was like, I got all these friends who do all this great stuff. Like, you guys are rappers. I got friends who are singers. I got friends who are dancers and artists and photographers, etc., etc. And it's like, they're so great, but nobody knows who they are. And it's like, it's a damn shame. So it's like, if I can go put this out, and one person hears it who doesn't know who you guys are, like, if one person downloads Fatality from this, like, I'm set. I'll be straight.
Yeah, that's like a big problem with us too with promotions because they push it. But I'm such a fucking, I don't care about things. I don't take myself seriously enough to want to push something on people. Like, so that becomes an issue. So yeah, that'd be dope.
So it's like, do you guys have like promo stuff that you guys do? Like, do you guys have like t-shirts, stickers, posters, something
We did.
like
At one
that?
point, we had a fucking merch setup, dude. We literally had all that. We had t-shirts, stickers, 2 different CDs, and wristbands.
You said wristbands?
Customized wristbands.
Like these? Like these little rubber ones?
Yeah.
Do you guys still have? I want one.
Yeah,
We
those
have
are
like 100
gone.
of them too. They're dumb. I haven't even seen one in years. Like I have no idea.
But you're gonna go somewhere once. You're gonna go to like a Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah, so it's gonna
like in
happen.
a year, and they're gonna hand you like your iced coffee, and they're gonna be like, "We're in Mortal Conquest band,"
Not even knowing
and
who
not
I
even
am.
know who the fuck you
Yeah.
are. They're just like, "Yeah, I found it at a thrift store for 25 cents,"
Yeah.
and you're like, "Yes."
Fuck, I paid $1 for that.
So, where can people get your music and get everything about you guys?
I mean, right now, Fatality's on Dat Piff. I'm hopefully going to put the new tape on Dat Piff, too. We have pretty much all the singles are on YouTube. So if they go youtube.com/the Rucka channel
The with an A.
with
instead
an
of
A.
I
He
made that shit when I
was
like
Ratchet
13.
back in the day.
Yeah, because at first it wasn't Rucka, it was the Rucka.
So you were like a the.
Yeah,
Why'd you drop it?
because I was like, that's fucking lame.
You should bring back the Rucka.
You know, I have thought about it.
And come out on stage with like a top hat
Yeah.
and just be the Rucka and then just throw the top hat at somebody. Like, not even like try and gently throw it at them, like literally just fucking launch it at their face.
Like at one
And
point,
just set the whole pace for the rest of the set.
I had like a song called The Rucka the Rucka theme song. We used to come out to like every show for like at least a year. It was great.
So when's your next show?
No time soon.
No time soon. You guys gonna finish working on the tapes and all that?
Yeah, like right now we're just getting back to music. Like it's like we're actually like rediscovering. Like at one point, music became a job,
And you didn't love it anymore.
When anything you enjoy becomes a job, it's not as fun. And it was like we had tensions in our fucking personal relationships because of it, and it was just causing a lot of shit. So right now we're just getting back into making music, having fun making the music itself. Shows we try to force the show.
The one at Two Boots. And Murphy's.
And you know, I mean, I kind of had fun. I got fucking wasted. But ultimately, it wasn't a good show. So I don't think we're in a place right now to necessarily do it. Probably gonna do one soon, at least for him, for like his release.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll get back to the same show schedule we had for any time soon.
Yeah.
That shit's not fun.
So like during this hiatus, did you guys find like different aspects that you want to bring to new Mortal Conquest stuff, like different types of music that you heard and like, oh, that'd be sick if we had this?
Biggest thing is I got into a lot of fucking psychedelic music.
Okay.
I started like doing like hallucinogens and shit, and going to festivals and like listening to like some trippy shit. And
so you want to incorporate that?
Yeah, like it's not even necessarily like the music itself; it's the way they make the music is like interesting, and it's a more natural process than like, oh, we found this beat from this random nigga in Idaho that spit some fucking generic bars over it. Like, we're actually building the music from the ground up and making it a more like.
So now you guys are making your own beats rather than, oh well, this guy has this beat, I'm gonna use this beat.
It's not like an every song thing right now, but it is becoming more and more common. Like right now, we have one song on his tape, the title track, that's produced
Originally.
Jigga made the beat, Jigga played guitar over it, I mixed the song, and he rapped on it. Like it's a.
Are you guys ever gonna add like more live instruments to your set, or is it just the guitar?
At a certain point, it's just cost is a giant thing because a lot of people like we don't. When we were younger, it probably would have been easier to do, but now people expect money for shit like that, and like eventually, once we get to a certain point, I would like to have a live band playing the things. But as of right now, probably not.
So like, if you found someone who's like a drummer, would you want to have like a live drummer?
If we meshed well, like I'm not gonna force it.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing about us, and that we realize is that like because we're all such good friends, we don't have to force anything. Everything just comes up. Writing a song, Mark will write a hot verse. I'll fucking come in, Jacob will do his thing, like, and it's like a natural thing. You can't force it, and that's like we tried to do that at one point. I was trying to make really fucking like poppy, like the music you hear on the radio type shit, and it just sounded forced. So now we just do what comes up. I don't want to do anything I don't want to do.
So how does the songwriting process go with you guys? Like, do you guys like say, all right, you know what, I'm gonna write some bars today, and then I'll send them to you, see if you like them, or do you guys just like sit there and like, oh shit, I got this idea, and just start writing?
He writes a lot. I don't write that much at all. Like, I've written like 3 verses this year.
How about you? How many have you written?
A lot.
Where do you get like your inspiration from? Like from things that are going on in your life, or do you just like make up stories in your head and just go?
Sometimes I mean shit that's going on, but honestly, I get out of work and I'll be like, we'll look for a beat, so I can write a verse. Just be bored, and that's what I'll do.
So do you find the beat first? You're like, oh, I like this, and
not always. Sometimes I'll like get an idea and just start writing something, and then figure out the flow, and then after that I'll find a beat, like and just put it over that.
Yeah, it's like different for every song.
Yeah.
There's no like doing things the same way every time is gonna lead to bad results, especially in something like that where you're looking for a natural process. Like forcing yourself to follow a certain routine. I guess for some people it might work, but for us it hasn't really proven to be the most effective way of making music.
So the hiatus definitely helped, like the creative juices.
Yeah, I mean, it just we found ourselves that you're at a certain point, like fucking 18 to 21 is like a very formative period of your life.
And it's like if you're constantly going to shows and touring,
if I'm doing
you
the
don't
same
have
thing I've
time
been
to
doing
live.
since I was 14, I never had a chance to grow up and like find myself and try to figure out who I am. Which is why, like, I think I'm a completely different person than before the hiatus.
You're definitely different from when I first met you.
But
which was like what, 6 years ago maybe?
Yeah.
6-7 years ago.
Yeah, but we met you like right after we started.
Yeah, I think I met you when I was, I want to say 19.
Yeah.
So you must have been like.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah, so what's that? 6 years ago, I'd have been like 17.
Yeah. So you were just a baby when I met you.
Yeah, because it was like senior year of high school.
And then like now it's like, you're just like totally different.
Yeah, so you gotta find, I mean, even shit like me and Mark were fucking best of friends, like for years. And then at one point during a hiatus, like me and Mark didn't talk for like a month, like at a time. wouldn't even chill. Like I lived in Mark's house for like 6 months.
Like, was that because you guys were beefing, or it was just like you guys needed
just like
just
little separation
life
time?
shit.
Yeah, just going through our own shit, you know.
Mhm.
And then like now we're fucking. Me and Mark have been chilling like several times a week for the past like few months now. Like it's getting back into that. It's just like a growing up thing. You gotta grow up. And it kind of sucks because at one point we had so much momentum that if we would have kept it, I believe it would have brought us further.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I am content being a better person.
Yeah, because it's like, sure, you could have kept going and had all that success, but then you would have been absolutely miserable.
Yeah.
Whereas now, it's like you might not have that success, but you're getting the love for your music back.
Yeah.
And in that love, you know, who knows what can come from it.
Exactly.
Like, you might make a track, put it out, and someone hears it and like, oh shit, I want this. I want you guys to come with me and, you know, we'll make some serious money.
I don't even care about money. I don't give a fuck.
How you gonna get that ranch, though?
I mean, like, you gotta care about it, but ultimately, like, money is a capitalist fucking construct that is meant to control your life.
See, and that's what I'm talking about with the smart shit that just randomly comes out.
Dude, I like think about a lot of crazy shit. It is, though. Like, if you think about it, like, obviously it's necessary to live with money and to make money in a modern world, unless you want to be a fucking bum.
Yeah,
But
it's
living your life based on the acquisition of money is just gonna lead you to being unhappy with your life. Like, money is a way to do things, not something that you.
It's not the
strive
only
to
way
attain.
to do things.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I hate fucking, we getting this money, like, that shit is, like, such a fucking waste of time. Those people are, like, waste of fucking breath, dude.
Yeah.
Or, like, fuck you, I'm getting this money, like, yeah, but you're a shitty fucking person, so how far ahead are you? And
It's like you're making all this money, but, like, you're not hanging out with anyone. Like, you know.
I mean, like,
But it's like at the same time, it's like, I'd rather be, you know, at work every single day, busting my ass to make money, to make sure, like, my family's fed.
yeah, because you
And
have
then
an
it's
end
like-
goal with it.
And then it's like, I know I have friends that, like, if I don't chill with them for, like, a month, like, they'll be pissed and they won't talk to me.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't consider that a real friend. Like,
No.
I have a handful of friends, like, in all honesty, I have, like, maybe 5 or 6 friends that I know I cannot talk to. I could stop talking to them for a year, and then hit them up randomly a year later, and it's like we never stopped
Yeah,
chilling.
exactly. I mean, even you, I didn't talk to you for a while, dude.
And then we just, like, randomly,
But you're always Manny, you're always my fucking
we just
boy.
always popped up, and
Yeah, that's like the fucking, I strive for relationships, and at this point, like, it'd be really awesome to get famous and all that shit, but I just want to live life and enjoy it and have a lot of memories, so when I'm sitting on my deathbed, I don't regret anything I did. Because that must be a shitty, like, fuck.
I didn't do
So
anything.
many better things to do, like, so many more room for activities.
Like, I could have went to Disneyland, but damn it, I picked up that overtime.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Like,
and it's like, it's cool, especially in music, because it's such a contrast, because Mark is a more fucking rational person about most things. Like, Mark's like, no, you fucking work, because that's what you gotta do, and shit like that. Where I'm like the fucking oddball, and then Jacob ties it together.
all right.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we got a lot more music coming out. We're probably not gonna be such lazy bums. We're gonna hopefully start working with a lot more artists and get back into it, and should be a lot more music, a lot more quality music.
All right.
And we're
Thank
still
you,
gonna be
guys.
drinking. I
You
love
guys are the best. I love you. You guys are sexy.
Thank you.
Especially you,
Already
Mark.
know. Oh. Don't make me blush, man.
Buy American cars. And don't forget to bring a towel.
Truer words are never spoken. Mark, anything?
Nah, I'm hungry as fuck, so. Dropping some new music soon. Should have that release date in the next week or so, I want to say.
A few videos coming out soon.
Definitely videos coming.
Yeah, I'll definitely link all that stuff in the podcast. You guys want to intro the song that we're going to premiere?
Alright, what we call like hardcore rappers. You know?
And now, a Midday with Manny world premiere, brand new from Mortal Conquest. This is Cry For Me.
Yeah. Yeah. Look. These days I've been going through it. Really all I do is work and all I know is music. They want me to dumb it down, but the flow is stupid. I think they should smarten up, I'll always show improvement. Anything that I tell you, I always show and prove it. That show and tell, these bitches be show and tell. You don't know what my show and tells. I'm getting head while I'm getting heads, but I don't need to flip a coin, bitch, I'm supposed to do this. I'm cold and ruthless, my clothes are new as my vanity. My dome's polluted, that holds the roots of insanity. You hoes is useless, I throw the deuces and then I leave. I overdo it, you know the truth truth, I'm the man to be. Understandably, I have my flaws, and as a man, I'ma have to feel the wrath of God. But everybody's seeing judgment, so fuck it, let's get a blunt lit. I'ma give them something to fuck with, like, if I ride with y'all, ride for me. If I'm high, y'all high with me. If I lied with y'all, lie for me. If I died, would y'all cry for me? If I died, would y'all cry for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? Look, I'm just trying to see how real it is. So if it really ain't, you should tell me how it really is. It's music to y'all, cause for me it's an addiction. But I also drink and get lifted to the brink of extinction. Either they hate me or love me, cause I spit it so vivid. But when it comes to the best, I'ma always fit the description. So blinky, you'll miss it. I sit here and listen to instruments hitting, and then I think of some shit that'll get them to listen. If you listen, you get it. My vision is different. We differ in vision. How I stand out, it isn't in my description to fit in. Things I scribble are sick and I'm dismissive to women. My cold heart turns hot holes into shivering bitch. Kicking despicable writtens. I might belittle a midget that hit him with fists until he's within an inch of him living. Decisions, I skip inhibitions, then sip and get lifted. My written's ballistic, the mission's simplistic. I give him the business. This is meticulous. I'm ridiculous with this. You say fuck the world, me, I'm just sticking my dick in. If I ride with y'all, ride for me. If I'm high, y'all high with me. If I lie, would y'all lie for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? Look, I'm just trying to see how real it is. So if it really ain't, you should tell me how it really is.
I'll tell you one thing, tonight I am getting drunk at Julian's and it's gonna be awesome. You guys wanna come tape it, that's fine, but we are gonna get really drunk.
We in a generation of people who thrive on saying stupid, think it's bad to grow and deal, but never truly face the music. You got these instant thoughts, just happy that they're playing Cupid. The world will turn this shit from all this basic like a brain usage. But who am I to talk? I'm still that same lame nigga who has the last name of the famous ballpark. I'm Stevie Wonder to the future, shit is all dark, but I'm still gunning, got the power like a nigga touched the all spark. And it's not all bad, this world is beautiful and we just gotta be better people instead of focusing on small fads. Now what the fuck you call that? I'm writing truth, it's like I got a ball dad. And I'm Michael Bluth when I'm writing inside of the booth. You influenced by tall lads and ball caps, I call shenanigans. Now tell me who talked that. I feel like I'm wrong and I should just fit in and join the group. Dumb down and stay there. Maybe one day I could be as lame as you.
If I ride with y'all, ride for me. If I'm high, y'all high with me. If I lie, would y'all lie for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? If I die, would y'all cry for me? Look, I'm just trying to see how real it is. So if it really ain't, you should tell me how it really is.